Control Shift T. In the last class, I was discussing about data frames creation, creating data frame with schema, print schema, right? Data frame, creating data frame from RTD, creating data frame using raw object, using structure type, or column names, changing schema or column names, RTD dot partitions, right? This is what we discussed. Now, for example, creating EMP records, creating employee records. See this. I need to create raw objects here. I need to create raw objects. Controller, just observe, for example, first I need to import row from Pyspark, from Pyspark.sql, from Pyspark.sql. Import row. X equal to, right, square bracket. I've got some records, employee ID, employee name, salary, gender, and department number. First employee, second employee, 1 or 2, Blake,
Here indentation is not required, right?
So here no comma I kept, right, not indentation. Just comma, after comma you can give any number. In indentation not required for list.
Okay.
I got some data like this. Think that you got some lakhs of records in the same way. 13. You got some lakhs of employees. Something went wrong. 105. Yes. A list, first record, second record, third, and last record. Here, comma. Comma. Okay, you got a list. In that list, you want to make it an RTD. R1 is an RTD. SC dot parallelize. SC dot parallelize of X. Data frame. Spark dot create data frame. Create data frame. Data frame equal to spark dot create data frame of R1. Data frame of R1, right? Yes. EID, ename. Okay, spark dot create data frame from R1. Okay, R1 is what? An OTD. EID, ename, salary. Column names I want. I want these column names. Employee ID, employee name, sal, sex, department number. EID, ename, salary, sex, and department number. Data frame, yes, data frame is one more bracket. DF dot collect. What are the stages? Stage 0, stage 0, stage 1, stage 2. In this way, you'll be getting, right? What are the stages and what do you mean by tasks? I'll be discussing, right? Stages and tasks. Everyone, did you check whether data frame is creating in your system or not? Data frame created or not? Just say df dot show. Df dot show. Df dot.
What is no such object exception? Can you show? Tell me.
Now,
So one exception is coming like a no such object, something like that. It was.
it's a
What is
warning.
that?
It's warning message, not. No need to worry about it. It's a warning message. Loading data from HDFS and creating, right? Loading data from HDFS and creating ODD and converting into data frame. Loading data from HDFS and creating ODD and loading into data frame, right? So I'll create a separate directory for this. So I hope you have got one directory for this batch. Hadoop fs hyphen So instead of Hadoop, say HDFS, HDFS, DFS, hyphen LS. Everyone you know about YARN architecture, right? HDFS, DFS, hyphen LS slash.
Pyspark 6:30 p.m.
Yeah, Pyspark 6:30 p.m. Right? There is already a folder, HDFS folder, Pyspark 6:30 p.m. Right? Yes. Check that in that any file, employee data, employee file, emp1.txt. Yes, here in Pyspark 6:30 p.m. there is emp1.txt. One file is there, right? One file is there. Yes. Okay. Check that HDFS DFS hyphen cat slash Pyspark 6:30 p.m. Right. emp1.txt. Okay. Now, in the previous example, data frame is created, right? Hello, just observe this. Data frame is created. But where is that row used here? Yesterday you were asking query, right? So here, first what I did from pyspark.sql import row, I said import row. But in this example, I didn't use any row, right? I imported this, okay, the import statement is used. But row, okay, from pyspark.sql import row. Okay, df dot show. Hmm. Yes. So here in the previous example, 1 second. So I didn't use any row, right? Here, a list is there, a RTD is there, a data frame is there. A list, a RTD, and a data frame. Okay, here data frame created. df.show, you got the data frame. That's fine. But here, what is a data frame? Collection of raw objects. What is a data frame? Collection of raw objects, right? If you say df.collect, if I say df.collect, so if I say df.collect, df dot collector. If I say df dot show, okay, data frame you got data of df dot collector. You say what you are getting here. First row, one row object. Second row, one row object. Third row, one row object. List of row objects. List of row objects. So whenever you are converting RTD to a data frame, you got a list of row objects. Okay, if I say df dot collector. So yes, we automatically, yesterday someone asked, right? We can also provide schema using row or, but you need to know about row object. Yes. Now, in Pyspark 630, there is got emp1.txt. Now here, I want to create a data frame from this. Creating data frame from this means first, creating RTD. Creating a RTD. You know already how to create an RTD, right? How to create an RTD? Yes. R1 equal to sc dot text file, sc dot text file, sc dot text file, right? HDFS / localhost sc dot text file HDFS localhost :9000 / Pyspark Pyspark 6:30 p.m. right? 6:30 p.m. right in that emp1 dot txt. Already you know how to create an RTD. Whenever using sc dot text file, if you load any file, RTD is created. If you say r1 dot collect, yes, r1 dot collect. If you say r1 dot collect, yes, it will display all this. Next, if you see the number of partitions, r1 dot get num partitions, number of partitions, n capital, p capital, partitions, r1 dot get num partitions. Yes. One, how many partitions? One partition. We want to increase, I said, right? How to increase the partition? Comma 2. That's it. While loading only, we can give the partitions, right? Now, if we say r1 dot get num partitions now, you will get to 2 now. Previously it was 1, now it will get 2 partitions. Now, okay, you got, observe here, what is EID here? What is EID here? What is ename? Hello? What is EID and what is ename?
Miller.
This entire thing one string. You cannot say Miller is one. Entire thing one string. See the single quote. String. Quote is there, right? It is opened here, it is closed here. Entire thing one string, one record, one line. You cannot. So I want a schema to be. Can I provide schema to this? Hello? Can I?
No.
Previously you got what? Previously how it was? Separate. This is EAD. This e-name is string. This is salary. This is gender. This is department number, right? Previously it was not a single. It was not a single string. Yes. Yeah. But here everything it's a single string. It's a single string. Right. Now what I need to do? If I want to provide schema, first I need to bifurcate this entire string into multiple values, like 5 values. AD, name, salary, gender, department number. To do, how can I bifurcate? How can I split it? How can I split it?
Split function with comma.
Yeah, split it. R1 dot map, R1 dot map. So this map function and split function mostly used in Lambda.
Yes.
Mostly used, right? x dot split based on this comma, splitting based on comma, right? R1 dot map lambda x dot split based on comma. What is that you get? R2. One more RTD, R2, RTD, R2 you got, right? R2 equal to R1 dot map lambda x gives x dot split based on comma. Okay, that's fine. One more bracket required. Yes, close it. RTD is created. R2 dot collect, you say? Yes, R2 dot collect. Yes. Whenever you say R2 dot collect, now you got multiple lists. For every string, one list you got. In that list, again, you see multiple values, right? Now, each one, employee ID, employee name, salary, sex, department number, right? For second record. Previously, one string, but now you see multiple strings, list of strings. How many strings? 5 strings. List of 5 strings. For every record, list of 5 values, 5 strings. Now whichever, okay, now can I provide schema to this? Now can I provide schema to this? Now, what is data frame? Collection of raw objects, right? Now I'll create raw objects and provide schema parallelly. I'll create raw objects and provide schema parallelly. See this previously how it was. Raw objects. In this way, I'll create exactly in this way. The 101 I will assign to EID. Miller, I will assign to ename, salary to this, gender to this, department number to this, and everything else. In this way, schema is provided, and which value is what? Just I'm assigning it, right? Understanding here. Providing schema and creating raw object. Yesterday, someone asked why raw object required. Why we use raw object providing schema? Now understood, right? 4 ways are there: using dictionary, using raw object, using structure type, and directly providing schema, right? Now, from this, this should be integer type. Salary also should be integer type. Now, what I will do? Yes, each element is a list one. Each element you convert to raw object. Each element means which transformation? Each element transformation. Each list convert to raw object means each element transformation. Map again you need to use.
Yes.
Map and lambda, and each list you want to convert into raw object. Now see each element, I'm writing comment here. Each element, right? Each element to be converted into row object type, row type, into row type, into row type. For what purpose? To create a data frame, Okay. Now try to answer. R3 will be created. R3 means RTD3 is created from R2. From R2, R3 is created. R2 dot map of lambda.
Lambda.
Right, try to answer. Yes, lambda, right? Lambda x means each element. Each element means each list. This each list. First list you take. First example, first list. You want what? Row object, row of already. I imported row, right? The import statement for row. First one, what is this? X means this first list. X means this first list. Each and X of 0 means, hello. X of 0 means what?
First one.
Employee ID,
101.
employee ID, right? EID equal to X of 0. X of 0 is what data type? Here.
Number.
But here it is string, right?
Yeah.
So typecast to int of X of 0. That's fine. What is X of 1 here? Name, employee name equal to X of 1, right? And next salary equal to X of 2, but typecast to int type, inter float type, int of X of 2. Next, X equal to X of 3, next X department number, it doesn't have any city.
Department number.
Department number equal to int of, yes, X of 4. X of 4, right? Yes, that's it. And one more bracket for map to close that map. Row object is closed here. and one more bracket, I think. How many brackets total?
One more.
Now R3 is what? Now just say R3 dot collect. What is that? R3 dot collect. What you got? Raw objects you got, list of raw objects you got, everyone. Now you got schema, everything with schema, right? Now directly data frame I can create. What is that using Spark session? Spark session dot. What is Spark here? What is Spark here? Data Spark session object. Data frame of R3, right? Yes. Spark dot create data frame of R3, right? df dot show.
Here one question regarding the partition. Can you, yeah, okay. So here,
1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it?
So in the partition, initially you given the path, right? Could you please go to the partition section? Yeah. So here, HDFS localhost 9000 Pyspark, right? So then you said it is one partition will create. After that, if you want number of partitions, if you mention 2, then second total partitions 2, right? So here, in the first time you did not give any number. So the by default one partition will be created.
Yes. So
Okay.
yes. So actually, your data is divided into multiple partitions. Actually, here it says small data, only one partition created by default. Small data, right? So if you're
Yeah.
taking big data, first check it how many partitions are there. How many partitions? Here it says small data, only one partition. First I'm checking only one part. Later, if you want to control the partitions, you can give it here. How many specified number of partitions you want? Next, first I'll say I have checked it. Okay, later if you want, I want the specified number only. Give it here.
Okay, if it is a big data, still the by default is only one partition, or system will take care.
No, multiple partitions.
Oh, okay. Based on the data, system will create the partitions by default, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
got it. Thank you.
Okay, understood, right? Here data frame is created from an RTD. RTD, you loaded data from HDFS, you have taken the data, and that we need to do one pre-processing before creating a data frame, right? First you need to convert and you need to provide schema. So a schema RTD is a data frame. What is a data frame? Is RTD with schema. So generally data frame is RTD and schema both combinedly a data frame created, right? Now different data frame APIs. So what I will do, I'll just once again here different APIs of data frame. Now we'll say I want only particular columns, particular rows, and we perform some.
You mentioned APT.
Okay, different APIs. Okay, now observe one by one. For example, so first data frame is created. First data frame has to be created. Now, first one select. We have got select. What we to select or extract. To select or extract a particular column. To select, okay, for example, data frame dot select. Data frame dot select only employee names. I want only employee name. I want only employee name column. E-name column. I want only employee name column to be selected. So for that, data frame name df dot select select data frame dot select employee name. E1. What is even here? E1 is also a data frame. Here E1 is also a data frame. From a data frame, if you perform any transformations, right? The result is also a data frame, like an RTD. If you perform any transformations, right? It's what a RTD. Here also the same thing. Right? Next E1 dot show, you say E1 dot show. Only employee name only, right? Only employee name. But also I'll also show you some errors also during this process. Transformation data returns a data frame only. Here, observe carefully here, DF data frame has 6 fields. How many? 5 fields. E1 is also a data frame. With 1 field only. Okay. But in RTD, what we used to do using index, we used to use index, but here directly we can use the field name, right? To extract multiple columns, to extract multiple columns, right? What I should say, right? DF dot select, E name, employee name, comma, sal, name and sal. Directly, I doesn't want another data frame. I doesn't want another data frame to be created. Directly, you can this data frame result show df dot select employee name and salary. One more data frame I doesn't want. Now I want to perform some kind of transformations. Transformations, right?
Can we see where this data frame is getting stored?
Adding 3,000 to each employee. Yeah, I'll be, we need to store it separately. So just like df.save option is available, right? In the coming, this I'll be showing you. Adding 3,000 to each employee salary. How you are saving RTD, right? In the same manner, we'll be storing the data frame. Adding 3,000 to each employee. Adding 3,000 to each employee's salary, right? Yes. Adding 3,000 to each employee's salary. Using data frames. df.selector. df.selector. Employee name, comma, salary. To the salary, yes, observe this. To the salary plus, I want to add 30,000. I want to add how much? 5,000. Data frame dot select salary plus 5. Will it work?
No.
Data frame dot select to the salary add 5,000. df2, will it work? Cannot concatenate string and integer objects. Salary is integer only, right?
In this case, we need to convert to string again?
While creating data frame, I think we have already converted it to int, I believe.
Salary is integer and 5,000 also integer. Data frame dot select
So can we keep that last bracket before sal? df dot select sal, then add 5,000.
select salary, only salary plus 5,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, whatever it is, this won't be supported. This won't be supported, right? Okay. So here, anytime if you are performing anyway, right, it won't support. Here, whenever, yes, whenever we perform arithmetic operations, whenever we perform arithmetic operations, right? Yes. We need to use data frame separately. We need to use the data frame separately to each column, right? Whenever we perform arithmetic operations, we need to use the data frame separately to each column, right? Means, observe here, what is that? Adding 3,000 to each employee salary. df dot select, df dot select, df dot ename I want, df dot ename I want, and df dot salary I want, df dot salary I want. To that salary, add 3,000 and display it. Employee name and salary, and to that salary add 3,000 and store it in another data frame, df2, right? And say df2 dot show. So whenever you want to perform some kind of arithmetic operations, use data frame separately to every column, right? Yes, df2 dot show. Now you got 10,000 became 13, 20 became 23, 30. You want to select all the fields, select it.
Sir, can we change that salary plus 30,000 to salary?
Yeah, renaming,
Scheme.
how to rename a column, we have got separate functionality. Yes.
Within select we cannot do that.
No. Select is only the already existing columns. Okay, for example, we have got one more option for this. Same way, right? We can perform one more. We have got select expr, right? Yes. Select expression. Select expression. In this way, no need to use the data frame separately to every column. For performing arithmetic operations. For performing arithmetic operations. Performing arithmetic operations. df dot selector expr. df dot select expr, right? We want no need to use data frame separately. Here ename column and salary column. So the salary plus 3,000 dot show. Mhm. So what is that built-in functionality given, right? By data frame, right? Yes. Data frame dot select expr. Data frame dot select.
So this is the other way to
Yes.
add the salary by using the expression transformation,
Yes.
right?
Yes. This is separate one. So using select you cannot do. Using select exp previously by using select we did. Using select in this way, but using expr you can directly no need to use the data frame separately, right? Next is I want to filter data.
So in this case, just performance wise, which one is the recommendable? Either this expression transformation or the two data frames.
See here, 1 second. Here only two employee names. Okay. So in this case, right, every time I need to use the data frame name before, right? So it's a bigger task. Here only instead of selector, give select expr and give the column names directly. This will be the whenever you want this, you can go with the select expr only. But using select also you can perform, but in such case, every time that data frame name, here data frame name is a small name, okay. But if it's a bigger name, every time I need to use it before that every column name. So simply go with expr and whichever columns you want, directly you can select and you can perform arithmetic operations. Select expr will be the better way, right? Yes.
And in real time, if we add more data frames also, I feel it's a performance will be decrease. Is anything like that?
Here only one data frame only, that means in the previous case you're talking.
Yeah, here we added two data frames.
No, there is only one data frame, right? DF.
But inside we do have a two data frames, right? For employee name, one data frame, and salary, one more data frame.
Data only single data frame name to be used. Just like even in Python, you should have known, right? String dot upper, string dot lower, string dot capitalize, string name to be
Yes.
used. Here also data frame dot. But if that's what, right? Instead of that, go with select expr. No need to use that.
Yeah, I got your point, but what I feel is if you use more data frames, it is a performance.
Here there is no two data, only one data frame is created.
Okay.
Only DF. And the two, if you DF equal to DF means it overrides the previous DF, only one data frame.
Oh,
It's a new data frame. Even DF2 also if it doesn't want to create.
oh, okay.
But DF2 means I doesn't want to disturb that first DF. Second DF has got 2 columns. First DF has got 5 columns. So here, instead of specifying the data frame name to each and every column separately, go for select expr where no need to use it, right? Next is filter. For example, you got some salaries. Mm. For example, filter only those employees. Filter only those employees whose salary, right? Whose salary is above 20,000. Mm. df dot filter, right? df dot sal is above 20,000. df dot filter df dot sal above 20,000. Data frame dot filter df dot salary above 20,000, right? Yes. Let's store the result. If you perform any, right? df3 or df4, right? df3 dot show, df3 dot show, right? Yes. So only those whose salary is about 20, these 3 rows, right? For example, one more example, right? One more example. I want, doesn't want all the columns. Filtering selected rows and selected columns only.
Here, instead of df3 dot show, if you give the show on the first line of after bracket dot show, will it works?
So here you want to say df dot filter dot show, it will work. It will work.
After end it dot show.
Yes.
Okay.
But that result, whatever is there, right? It's not stored in any. So here df3 is means df3 means it is storing this 3 rows. df stores 5 rows. df3 is storing 3 rows. Tomorrow, if I perform, like, for example, after this, if I want a df3 dot something, if I want to perform, right? But df3 I can use. But in that case, I cannot use. If I want to perform something on this output, then df3 required. Otherwise, not required. Understanding?
Okay, got it. Reusable, yeah.
On this, okay, I want only those whose salary is about 20,000. Later, I want on this 20,000, about 20,000 salaried employees, I want to perform some other task. In that case, again, no need, already I can, df3, I can use it directly. Okay. Now, filter only those employees whose salary about 20,000. Salary about 20,000. And I want only 2 columns. Salary about 20,000, I want only 2 columns to be displayed. Only 2 columns to be displayed. Employee name and salary. E-name, comma, sal. E-name, comma, sal. Salary about 20,000 and I want only 2 columns to be displayed. So previous one, df dot filter, df dot salary above 20,000 means all columns dot select. I can use two things on this output. Filter first the 3 rows. On that perform select e name and sal. Is it will it work or not? Filter first and that select. df3 dot show. df3 dot show. Selected. selected rows and columns, right? Yes, first you can select, later you can filter also works. So the query asked is first if we select and later you filter, will it work? Try this. df dot select employee name and salary. df dot select employee name and salary. On that filter, what is it? df dot sal above 20,000. Enter. df3 dot show. Works. Same thing. I want only department number 11 employees only. I want only department number 11 employees only. Their names and salaries. df4 a new data frame. df dot filter, right? df dot filter. In this filter also df dot department number. Yes, df dot department number. Previously df dot salary equal to 11. df dot department number equal to 11 dot select ename comma sal. ename comma sal.
So first we need to apply the condition, and then after dot it is like fetching the records, right? So in the first line, before dot is a condition, and then after dot it is like selecting the
Anything,
columns
either
data.
select comes first or filter comes first, both will be same.
Okay,
First,
both will work.
yes.
Okay.
So sorry, here no, department number 11 is not your selecting, right? So department number is not part of your select. Understand, in this first department number 11 only, first the filter on condition only should be first. Select can't be first. After selecting from the selected ones, department number means there is no department number column. Understanding?
Yeah, right.
In the
Correct.
previous
Thanks.
example, both filter and select both has got salary. But here in filter, department number column required. But you are not selecting department number column. In such case, right? Filter only should come first. Filter all the rows first. Next, select only specific fields from it. Yes. Collect, you know already. Collect. Df dot collect means what you will get? All the row objects. All the row objects you will get. Data frame is a collection of row objects. Data frame dot collect. Data frame dot show means the entire table it will show. Collect means it will just
Sir, when we say collect and so, what is the difference between this show and collect?
collect. It will collect all the row. See here, show it displays the entire data frame. Their column set. So collect, it will collect all the row objects. In rtd.collect, you say means what is that your observation? rtd.collect.
Yeah, it will print all the records.
Elements, right? All the elements. Here also it will print all the elements of the data frame. Show is just showing the entire data frame, the rows and columns in a structured format. So count. So most of the time we say show only. Yes, but if you say collect, it will show the row objects. Okay. Count returns the number of rows in a data frame. Df dot count. How many? 5, right? 5. Stage 26, stage 27, stage 28 in this way. What are the stages in task I'll be discussing, right? Before that, you got some kind of transformations, narrow transformations, wide transformations. I want this columns, returns column names. Returns column names as list. Returns column names as list. Df dot columns returns the column names as list. How many columns are there? Names. S capital. We have also got describe. Df dot describe. Df dot describe dot show.
So what all the information it is giving? Count also and min max value.
Describe, okay, df dot describe dot show means for whichever the numeric, okay, for numerical values, for ename it won't show anything. Count of the employee names is 5, remaining all it will be nulls. Employee names, blank, okay. So just observe here, count, how many employees? 5 employees. Mean, null. Standard deviation, null. Which is the min employee? Min means starting the first character B, right? The min employee, right? B. Max means the first character is, which is that max employee name with max value, right? Sorry. Yeah, employee name with min value is, that is employee name. Salary, if you take count is 5, mean average salary is this, standard deviation, mean salary, max salary, average salary, standard deviation, and 5. And if you take department number, count is 5. Yes, max department number is 13, mean department number is 11, averagely the department number and standard deviation, right? Okay. EID, 5 EIDs are there. Min EID is 101, max EID is 105. This is the average, this is the standard deviation, right? And for the totally 5 count, right? How many count? 5. Null, min value for that sex, F, max value of that is, in the min, max, all these aggregations it is going to.
What is standard deviation? How it's calculated?
So standard deviation is a big thing, right? A lot of, okay, if you see in that statistics, standard deviation computation. So finally it computes and it provides it. Okay. Average, max, min, standard deviation. So a lot of discussion for the standard deviation. What do you mean by standard deviation? Okay, so it is going to provide all these values for each and every column for department number, EID, name, and describe. Right? Next, if you see like distinct, returns a new data frame containing distinct rows. For example, I want to know the number of department numbers. I want to know the number of department numbers.
Also, how to print distinct value?
1 second. This okay, distinct. See what all we are discussing, right? This describe, collect, count, all this on data frame only you can apply, not on a particular value. See data frame dot columns on a okay data frame dot count. So this can be
So
up
that distinct value also we just can apply in a column, right?
whatever API we are using, that is applied on data frame. Count on data frame, collect, select, all this elect on a data frame. Here also distinct also should be applied on data frame only, not on a particular value. This also distinct, you should be applied on data frame only, not on a value, not on a value. I want to know the number of department numbers. I want to know distinct department numbers. I want to know the distinct department numbers. First, I want to know how many department numbers are there. How many department numbers are available? So there are many department numbers available, right? So there are many department numbers. Here is it. Okay, 11, 12, 11, 12, 13. In this way, 1 lakh rows are there. In that 1 lakh rows, I want to know how many department numbers totally. I doesn't want to print all the department numbers. So first what you will do? Select. You cannot apply distinct on department on the field name and column name. You cannot apply. Distinct can be applied only in data frame. What I will do first, data frame dot select the only column department number. I'll first df6. df6 dot distinct. Now I can apply df6 is a data frame which has only one column department number. Now on this data frame df6 I can apply distinct. After applying distinct, whatever result you get, show. It is also a data frame, right? Yes, 11. Stages, right? 11, 12.
Here we want to do the order by. So
Yes, we have got order by also. Not this order by also is available. Or if you want, right? Or another way of doing this. In a single line performing both. How to do it? In a single line performing both. df dot select department number dot distinct of show. Same output. Same output. If you want to remove a particular column, I
Here
want-
in the, sorry to interrupt you. So in the here distinct and order by, how can we use here in the same line? Same data frame,
distinct and,
order by.
okay. What is order by? 1 second. Okay, for example, order by.
Order by department number, ascending or descending.
Order by, yes, order by department number. So, 1 second. For example, data frame dot order by sal, order by sal dot show. Already they are in ascending order. For example, data frame by order by department number, order by department number, right? 11 11 12 12 13. Order by employee name, right? Alphabetical order. First Blake, next James Miller. This in this way, order by employee name, order by salary.
Here it is fine, but my question, just now you did further distinct, right? So after you did distinct, it is came 11, 12, 11, 13. So we need like distinct with order by. So if you use that type of query, then we want to the department number only is 11, 12, 13. I want like that.
Okay. Distinct and order by you want to use.
Yes.
df6 dot distinct dot order by shuffling of data occurs. So that's why these many stages.
Can we avoid these stages in the display?
Observe this, no. So df6 dot distinct dot order by department number dot show. Order by department number dot show. It is what is the final output you got? 11, 12, 13, right? In order.
The reason why I'm saying can we avoid means, like for example, in real time we have millions of records, right? So if we try to do order by distinct everything, so it will take a lot of time, right? While coming these type of display statement.
So actually later I'll be showing you how we'll be writing a .py file. This entire code we'll be writing in .py and we'll be submitting it. How we'll be writing everything, all the statements in a .py file and how to submit. I'll be discussing.
Okay, thanks.
Here
Sir,
we are not creating any .py files, right? I'll show how we will be creating a .py and later how we submit and what are the parameters to submit. Spark submit, there is separate command is Spark submit for submitting the Spark jobs, right?
Okay.
Sir, in this sorting concept, so does it persist the sorting order in the steps? So if we have to sort within the group, so at one stage it is sorted in the department number, and then in next we have to sort on the employee number. So
So-
does it persist over the stage?
So every time from DF4 to DF5, in DF5 the order, from DF5 to DF6 if you read, the order will be maintained.
Okay, it will not shuffle again the sorting order of the previous state.
Yes,
DF.
that's what the same on that same DF, on that sorted one only again will perform it. Yes.
Okay, so it will keep the sort of this group, and then it will perform within the group, so sorting within the group.
Yes, whenever you are sorting, okay. For example, you can do one thing. You want only the same data frame to be maintained or different data frame to be maintained?
Same data frame. So here for an
Same
example,
data frame means
Hmm.
1 second. DF dot order by again DF only you say.
Mhm.
Understand? Now you will see
Yeah.
a data frame with order, with this order.
Yeah,
Again,
so
okay, now this will be in ordered format. On that again you perform any operation, again you give DF. On that one only it will be applied. Every time you can give the same name.
so here the data is sorted on the department number.
Hmm.
So we have the sorted data which is on show.
Hmm.
And then after that, I have to sort on employee ID, but it should not shuffle the department or number sorting order.
Why it
So-
won't shuffle? If you are saying an employee name, first A comes, the person with department number 13 will come first.
Yeah, so if I have to maintain that, if I have to sort
No,
within the group,
multiple order.
Composite.
Yeah, so okay, 1 second. We have got sort available.
Mhm.
We have got sort also, sort functionality also available here.
Okay.
But in
can do
generally in SQL query, if you order by department number and employee name, so obviously department number will be first. So 11.
In such
And-
case, yes, if 10 employees belong to department 11, in that in the ascending order you will see the names
Yeah.
also. In that way it can do. You will get it. But if you have got 10 different department, 10 employees with 10 department numbers, and if you want the department number 20, department number 10, department number 1, 2, 3, department number 10, the last employee has got department number 10 with, but his name starting with A. But what happens? Department number 20 will be displayed first with that employee name A. But if all that belongs to department 11, okay, as you said, 10 department, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. So first department number means first 10 members with department 11. Second 10 persons with department number 12. Third persons with department number 13. So 30 employees are there. Department
So-
number 11, 10, 10, 10, 30. Now,
So
on that data, if you apply, on that data, if you are applying, right, on based on employee name, first 10 employee names on alphabetical order.
No, you were saying employee 20, employee 20, department number 20, employee name is start with A, you're saying that will display first, right? But here we whatever he's asking, here we want department number and employee name both. So in that case, obviously 11 will come first, right? Even though department number 20 has a E name starts with A. So department number 11 only will come first, right?
No, he's saying first department number, you performed operation, you got some output. On that
Yes.
data frame, again, if I apply separately, same.
Oh, okay, got it.
So if I have to maintain that order, because many cases we get that scenario, so we perform some operation in one sorted order, then we maintain the same
So we
sorted
can
order, and then we sorted.
just like SQL, right?
Mhm.
On the order by multiple columns. You can say order by ename, comma, sal. Multiple columns. Here also it supports order by 2 columns. Okay. Sort also we
Yeah,
have got.
two column is fine, sir. That example is fine. But in real time, for an example, if I sort on department number and I make use of that data frame, and then that input I have to pass that to another sorting again sort on the employee name for an example. But I do not want to disturb the department number sorted, but I still want to sort within the group. So
Department
that is
again,
possible, right?
whenever you want department number, comma, ename, you should say. If it doesn't want
Okay.
department number wise, employee name wise, you want you need to give. But if you're not giving department number directly ename means it will shuffles the entire data, whichever starting with A, B, C, D, E, F, 11, 12, 13, 11, 12, again 13 will come, 11 will jump, it means exact department numbers we get.
So again, I have to maintain both the column.
Both means department number, comma, ename, you should say.
Yeah. So
So
because because in other technologies, so because it maintains the sort within the group, because here if you mention two columns, again it goes on computation and check all the rows for both the columns.
Yes. Okay, so you need to go with two columns, just like SQL, right?
Okay.
Okay, now sort also there. See the difference between this df dot means in order by, okay, by default it takes ascending order, but if you want sort, right, what df dot sal, df dot sal dot show. See this, anyhow already they are in ascending order, right? But I want in descending order. The same thing, df dot sort, df dot sal dot desc. $50,000, $40,000, $30,000, $20,000. DESC we need to use. By default, it takes ascending order. If you want in descending order, we need to specify DESC. Right? Yes. Okay. Still we have got okay. Okay. Still we have got a lot of discussion like drop. If you want to remove columns, removing duplicate columns, first only the first row for each, and if you want to replace some value with a different value, replacing. I want to change the total, all the column names, I want to modify to different column names, renaming the columns. So if I want grouping operations, you want aggregations, if you want, it's all different types of groupings and aggregations if you want, right? And also we can also perform joins of two data frames, joining two data frames, 5 columns plus 5 columns, 10 columns I want. Vertical merging, horizontal merging, and joins. Yes.
So
all the join.
So null treatment.
Querying, pure SQL kind of querying, how to perform, right? Those things. And working with some kind of CSV files, JSON files, and from database tables, how we can pull, right? So in the next week, I'll be discussing all those, right? So next Saturday and Sunday, I'll be differing on different file formats like CSV data, JSON data from database tables, and other different. In this case, we have got many other built-in functionalities, right? And also some Pyspark, various built-in functions of Pyspark. Okay. So just I'll forward you these notes. You can check this, right? Whether data frame is getting created or not, you can check everyone. Yes, after data frame creations only, next you can perform all these things. So RTD, yes.
Go ahead, sorry.
Yes, go ahead. Yeah, that's what RTD with schema we called data frame, right? Previously, RTDs, there wasn't no schema using their index names we used to take, but index name is a very big. If you have got like 20 columns, indexing will be a bigger task in RTDs, right? Here, if you just specify the column name, Even 30 fields we have got, directly the field will be selected, right? Yes, we have got many Pyspark functions are there for performing the operations, right? Suppose we need to write huge codings here. We have got many built-in functions for performing this operations, right? Yes. Once you can check this practically, data frame creations. Later I'll show you working with SQL statements, pure SQL like Pyspark SQL, right? So we'll how you to create temp tables and on that how to perform querying, right? Okay. So I'll
Sir,
stop. Yes.
Sir, you have one question, sir. Sir, your data frame has a null, so how to treat that null, the data frame that created?
What is it? Pardon?
Sir, the data frame you created today had null values, so how will we sort of
Yeah,
replace?
working with nulls also in the coming sessions discussion.
Oh, okay.
And how
Okay.
to replace that nulls. For example, wherever name is missing, otherwise wherever numerical value is missing, I want 0 to be kept in that, replaced with 0, otherwise with other value, right? How we can replace it? Wherever numerical value is missing, keep 0 in its place. Wherever the other things are missing, so display some value for it, right? In that way, column wise replacing those also will be discussed, right? Yes.
Okay.
So how many weeks more will have classes approximately?
3 to 4 weeks.
Okay. Yep. Thank you.
So just share the notes.
Yeah, I'll forward now itself. Check it in the